action.
Hello, my name is Michael Nutt, and I'll be interviewing Wilmington High School's own chemistry teacher, Mr. Ivanoff. Good to have you here, sir.
Oh, good to be here.
All right, first question. What is it like to be a science teacher at WHS?
It's fun. It's something new every single day. The administration here is, anytime I need something, I go to them and they're very helpful, either helping me find something or helping me get what I need for my classes. So it's a very welcoming environment here. The kids are wonderful. It's fun. And it's serious too, so it's a good mixture of both.
All right, next question. Why did you choose to be a chemistry teacher?
That is a good question. I tell all my students that my initial undergrad degree, my 4-year degree that I received is in zoology, which is the study of animals. But while I was taking that program in college, I had to take other classes like chemistry and physics. And as I was taking more and more chemistry, I started getting better and better at it, and I liked it. So I started teaching, and I was teaching biology, I was teaching just physical sciences, kind of those two. And then I wanted to take more chemistry. There was more things that I liked to teach on there. I wanted to learn a little bit more. I wanted to spread some of that knowledge to the kids and help them grow their love of chemistry, or have them recognize their hate of chemistry, whatever the case may be. But and then I just slowly, I asked the administration at my previous job, hey, I'd like to teach more chemistry. There's more kids that are interested in chemistry at the school. I'd like to fill some of those roles. They put me in some of those roles. It got better and better. And then I decided this past year and a half ago, in 2019, almost 2 years now, I decided I would like to pursue my master's in chemistry. And so I got my master's in chemistry, and here I am now.
All right, next question. How has the pandemic affected your teaching?
Well, I got to wear this face mask every day. So it was kind of a challenge there to one day not wear it and then the next day wear it all the time through every day. And it was a challenge, but that was probably the biggest hurdle to get through. Spacing out my desks, spacing out the kids. I think my job teaching in this environment is probably a lot easier than it was for the administration or the support staff here to make sure things were safe enough for the kids to come back to school. They did a great job, but making sure that rescheduling the kids to make sure we don't have any big classrooms where kids are all crammed together in one class. That was probably pretty challenging for them. And then me to spread the kids out when we're doing labs, have them spread out, make sure they're not too close together, those types of things. So those were challenging. And then I've had to drop a couple of labs through the course of other courses to make sure that they're not too close together, that they can do something on their own or maybe with a partner at a distance to do a lab, versus years prior, there would need to be several people in their group to do their labs together. So I've had to do a couple, and that was kind of tough to drop those labs and think of new virtual labs for them to do instead of doing the physical labs. So that was kind of challenging in itself, but we had a lot of days during the summer, a lot of days during school to investigate those types of things for me to utilize in class. So.
All right. Before the pandemic, what was the thing you missed the most about your class before the pandemic?
Are you talking like when I'm in school and then summertime miss the class? I'm not quite following that question.
Like when the pandemic hit and you had to change everything about your class, what's the one thing you missed the most about how you...
of what I did during the normal time versus now during the pandemic?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Well, every year I do a murder mystery lab. And it was last year that it was right when the pandemic hit. I was getting prepared to have the kids cover that material. and then do that murder mystery lab. And just about every year, the kids love it. I wasn't able to do it because we couldn't be in person to do that murder mystery lab, and I didn't really have enough time. It was kind of a scramble to kind of get other things and make sure I got things covered so they would be prepared to take AP Chem or to cover content on the SATs. So I kind of missed that. I'm making some changes, so hopefully we'll get that in. There have been some labs where I've got another lab that the kids really liked. Last year they got to do it because we got to that point. This year we may not be able to do it because the pandemic is like a food lab where we get to make s'mores. But yeah, I know.
All right. What's it like multitasking between being a science teacher and a soccer coach?
You know, lots of times I feel it's like a light switch. So, you know, if I've got things I got to grade, or I got to teach, or I got to talk to kids, or work with kids and work with things in my class, then I'm a teacher. And then, you know, if there is a break in between classes, I get an email, or I've got to talk to a kid in the hall about, you know, the upcoming season, what I want them to do and improve on, or after school, I got to flip that switch to become that soccer coach. So it's a little bit different mentality that I go about doing. Ultimately, I am a teacher in both cases, but I'm a lot more aggressive as a coach and as a player with the kids to, you know, have them be active on the soccer field. You
got to give them that little push.
I do, yeah. It's a big push, not a physical push, but a big mental push on the field to get that get the frame of mind that I want to be in.
All right. What's your favorite thing about being a soccer coach?
Oh, it's a roller coaster. I think that's my favorite thing. Everybody likes to go to the amusement park. Everybody likes the highs and the lows, the fast and the slow speeds. That's kind of what I like as well. You know, during the game, there's fast moments and there's slow moments. I tend to let the kids do a lot of the work out in the field, but as a coach, whether it's a football coach or a soccer coach or a volleyball coach or even a wrestling coach, there are certain things that you can do to help them, put them in the right position to be successful. And you know, moving those pawns, putting them where they can be to score those goals or defend those goals, you know, be the mastermind behind it. But ultimately, the kids are the real hard workers on it. So, but I like to do that.
All right, last question here. If you could have any other job other than a teacher, what would it be?
Ooh, that is a good question I wasn't prepared for. But I would like to possibly be an environmental scientist, someone that can go out into the wild and can look to see how, you know, monitor how the environment's going, take data, take pictures, make reports back to, you know, the government or whoever to improve upon, to conserve what we have, or to improve what we have there. So
that sounds really interesting, in all honesty.
Yeah. Probably not a lot of money in it, but neither is teaching. I do it for the love. So.
All right. I think that's all we got.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Thanks. Have a good day, sir.
Yeah, thanks. You too.